My brothers and I flew from New Smyrna Beach, Florida to Exuma, Bahamas. It took a little over 3 hours since we had to fly around some weather. Once we made it to the Bahamas, the blue water got lighter and more turquoise. We would be staying at the Grand Isle Resort, which we're flying over now, before we land at Exuma International Airport. Man, that water is gorgeous. Now check out that view of the Emerald Coast from the pool at our resort.
Alright, here with Andrew, bringing a click here at the Grand Isle Resort. Man, it is beautiful down here. It is absolutely fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, but it is hot. We gotta stay hydrated. It's important.
Yeah.
So,
cheers.
Safety first.
Yeah.
That's right, sir.
Cheers.
Anyway, it's nice. It's nice down here. Here we go. We made a friend that kept coming back for food. He seemed to like peanuts. Fritos, not so much. Yep, a little shy on his last one. We almost had a disaster Saturday morning as our boat reservation to see all the awesomeness that is the Bahamas got canceled. Ken was not happy. Luckily, we found a fantastic last-minute replacement in Captain Eddie. He was terrific. We had to drive about 20 minutes to get to the dock where he keeps his boat, but it worked out fine since it saved us extra time on the water. Once we got on board with some run punches in hand, it was time to see the Bahamas up close. First stop, Iguana Island. If the sun's out, the iguanas are out. Once they hear a boat, they'll come running because they know it's feeding time. The iguanas can get big and old. They have the potential to reach 24 pounds and can live up to 40 years. Even with their limited isolation, they're considered one of the world's more endangered lizards. They're only found on Exuma. Their technical name is the northern Bahamian rock iguanas, but most people just refer to them as Allen's key iguanas or the Exuma iguanas. Many of them weren't very shy about getting something to eat, and I wanted to make sure I didn't lose a finger, so I was pretty careful while I was there. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill had a house in the Bahamas that they just sold for over $32 million. It has 3 separate helper quarter houses as well, and it looks like an amazing place. There's lots of small runways all over the Bahamas with small planes coming and going all the time. Next up is Big Major Key, also known as Pig Island. The story goes that the Bahama pigs arrived from the neighboring island on Staniel Key. Staniel Key was once a prominent farming village. Farmers brought the pigs to the adjacent island of Big Major Key because the pigs smelled terrible. Then the pigs started noticing every day when the farmer's boat approached the island, it was full of food. So in order to get a proper feed, they started swimming out to the boat so they could be the first ones fed. Since then, it's become a major tourist attraction, and they even have a vet come out People
once a
come
week
all
to
the
make
way
sure
from
that they're doing
Nassau
well.
here to Pig Island, which is a 4-hour boat ride there and then 4 hours back on open water. Very glad we didn't have to do that. Pig Island remains uninhabited. The only interaction with humans that pigs receive is from tourists and guides. Recent counts say that there are about 25 pigs on the island, with baby piglets outnumbering adult pigs by about 2 to 1. Though the number of pigs on the island is constantly changing, the pigs have been able to sustain their population with relatively no numbers for years. Now on to Compass Key and the nurse sharks. You pay $10 US per person if you want to get off the boat and get a closer look at the nurse sharks at Compass Key. The adults can be over 10 feet long and they like to unwind in big groups, as you'll see shortly. Their skin feels like sandpaper and they're quite docile. Thankfully, these nurse sharks seem to be used to being around people. There were more folks that showed up at Compass Key, and let's just say they were rather hesitant to get in the water with the nurse sharks. It was pretty funny. Thunderball Grotto was used in 2 James Bond movies. The most popular was Thunderball, which came out in 1965. You have to dive and swim through a cave to get inside. Once you get inside, you get to see some awesome sights. Then you get to swim back out again. current was really strong. As I was trying to swim toward the boat, I even had flippers on and was barely making any headway. Thankfully, Captain Eddie brought the boat over to us and picked us up. Oh, and be careful of the coral. I ended up scraping both of my legs. I don't recommend it. We stopped at Staniel Key for lunch at the Staniel Key Yacht Club. It was fantastic. Of course, it always helps when you're hungry, too. The conch fritters were excellent. We went to see a guy that calls himself the Turtle Whisperer. He bangs on a conch shell to call the turtle. Then he puts some conch out for the turtle to eat. The turtle really seemed to love it. A stingray even showed up, but didn't hang around. I guess he knew it was the turtle show. I wouldn't have thought that turtles like conch, but learn something new every day. One of our last stops, Captain Eddie took us to a cave where he could pull the boat into. They had some interesting formations on the walls. One even made it look like you had angel wings. And now we leave Exuma International Airport in my brother's Bonanza. We fly over Chat and Chill, which we didn't get to hit this time, but man, it looks like a jump in place. You can see tons of large boats just offshore. According to my brother Ken, it's a great time. And here's Grand Isle Resort again on the Emerald Coast as we make our way to Fort Pierce. We were just in that water just a couple hours ago, enjoying the calm waves and watching someone fish for lobster, and catching quite a few too. I'm gonna miss that beautiful blue water. And now, here's some snappies.